Hi! So, my name is Candace, and I'm starting a video blog. This is going to be very difficult for me. I've never done this before, but hopefully I'll get better at it. Maybe it'll improve my public speaking skills, and maybe it'll improve my speaking skills in general. I'm starting this vlog to more or less pace or track my life after certain events have happened. And because I felt like I needed a place to vent all my opinionated things that I see on Facebook. Because I get very opinionated, it angers me, some things that people put on Facebook, but I don't want to offend the people since, if I say something, they're going to know that I'm talking to them, so maybe if they see my face, they understand what I'm trying to say. Maybe they won't get so offensive. That's my thought process. But I can start from the beginning and tell you all about myself and why this vlog is so important to my life and why I'm inspired to do it. Well, kind of because my cousin kind of told me I could probably pull this off, and because one of my friends is very excited and is my #1 fan and first subscriber. So here it goes. Since I was born, my mom was in the military and we traveled the world together. She was a single parent and I was an only child. So you can just imagine how close that would make people feel. Of course we had our fights because it's two women, but we were like this. It was crazy. It was cray cray. And so probably the most foreign place we ever lived was Korea, but we went on vacations and traveled the world everywhere, and I wouldn't change a single part of it. I loved it, and trust me, each and every one of the people that are watching, unless you've probably gone through something traumatic, your parents have probably sacrificed their entire life for you. If you feel like your parents aren't there for you because they work too much, it's probably because they love you so much that they give all their money they have towards you, and that might not mean a lot to you, but they might not have had a good life before you were there. That was a side note. It just very much angers me, those kind of things. But when we moved back to Savannah, I went to 8th grade, and then I went to high school, and then I went to boarding school, and then I came back to Savannah and finished high school there. So I only really went to boarding school for a year. Found out it wasn't my thing. Well, I guess we can talk about that in a different video. But I graduated high school, being accepted from nine different colleges and one dance program that is amazing. And I had to make an enormous decision. I got into my top 2 colleges that I really wanted to be accepted from, and then I got into the Joffrey Ballet School, which, if you don't know, in the dance world, that is pretty amazing. So I had to make this choice. I decided to go to the Joffrey Ballet School, and I don't know if it was the best choice, but that's what I decided. And I had to deal with it. Me and my mom were always into, you have to finish whatever you start, so that's what I did. I went there, and I didn't even finish the whole year. I should probably still be there now, but I'm not. But for a very good reason, so I'm pretty sure you're not going to blame me. So, let's see, how do I put this? On October 30th, 2011, probably about 10:30, I answered my phone, and my cousin was on the other line and said, "Candace, your mom was in a terrible car accident. You need to pack a bag, go to the nearest airport, get on the first flight out of there." And it wasn't that simple, because I was already breaking down by the first couple of words, and then I was in shock. I didn't know what to do, but I followed her instructions and I left for North Carolina. I came in at the Charlotte airport and was rushed to Carolina Medical Center. I came into Carolina Medical Center to see my mom laying on a bed, completely unconscious. Was told by doctors after hours of test that if she were to survive this, the whole entire right side of her skull was shattered. So she would pretty much be a vegetable for her whole entire life. And if any of you knew my mom, you would know that that is not how she would want to be remembered. I couldn't even walk into the room and look at her half the time because that's not how I wanted to remember her. And so 10:30. Wait just a moment. It's a toll-free number. So, where were we? So at 10:30 on October 30th, 2011, they pulled my mom off of life support, and that was her official time and date of death. I'm obviously very young to only be, well, I'm supposed to be in my first year of college, and it's really difficult getting on with life all by yourself. Obviously, I have a great support, my family and friends, but that doesn't change the fact that I don't really have my mother there giving me money all the time and making sure I do this all the time and other things like that, because no one can really replace that. And so that is reason one why I started my video blog, because people ask me, how are you doing in life? How have you been? What are you up to? And things like that. And one thing, I don't want to message 50 million people on Facebook. I don't want you to call. I really don't want to call, but that sounds really rude. I'm not a big phone talker. I don't want to call 50 million people. If you knew my mom, she had literally, I don't know what she did. I don't know if she had her book there and was like, I will call this person and this person and this person. And she literally probably had every single one of her friends updated on her life and my life 24/7. That is how ridiculous it was. And so I think that a lot of them expect me to do that, but I can't. I have a lot more things to do in my life than update people on what's happening, which I'd love to do, but it's very difficult. So I'm starting this. Second reason, obviously, Facebook. I'll get to that later in another video, but hopefully now, since you know a little bit about me and a little bit about why I'm inspired to do this, you'll subscribe and continue watching my vlog.